Hey guys, Element here. We haven't spoken in a hot minute, huh? I've been trying to stay away from all of the Last Jedi spoilers and plot developments that have been coming out recently with all of the marketing from D23 and Comic-Con. I didn't want to release a video for every single thing that developed out of D23 and Comic-Con because it would have been a lot of videos, and I just don't do that. I release videos when I want to release videos, but in any case, we now have something huge. So right out of the gate, if you haven't followed me, I posted a Rey Kenobi theory video about 2 days after The Force Awakens released in theaters, and it kinda sorta went viral. Ever since then, I've posted countless many other theories trying to make sense of the very question of Rey's lineage and parentage, and the loony bin has gotten bigger ever since. Months later, up to recently, we now have several people on the Team Kenobi front, and I'm glad for it, but this arena has also seen the likes of Anakin reincarnation, Palpatine reincarnation, all the way to Jar Jar Binks. More recently, I made a claim that Sabine from Star Wars Rebels was in fact the daughter of Satine Kryze and Obi-Wan Kenobi. It made sense at the time, and if you put Obi-Wan and Satine's names together in somewhat of a rehash, it would be Sabine. Now, developments in Star Wars Rebels sort of shut that theory down until the latest trailer of Star Wars Rebels was released, when the flames were rekindled and we caught a glimpse of Bo-Katan in the trailer, who just so happened to look similar to Sabine and her mother. Why is that? Well, for starters, we can all agree that the art direction and art styles of Rebels and Clone Wars are different. So of course, at first glance, Sabine doesn't look like Satine, and so people are easily swayed into believing she's not related. Until Bo-Katan, who is Satine's sister, suddenly looks like Sabine. Can we chalk all this up to a difference in art style? Probably not, but comic book heroes often go through stylistic differences over the years, and it wouldn't be a stretch to believe their looks and resemblances can become closer and closer should Satine be adapted to the Rebels style. But all that aside, there are a few things that we've learned thus far now that I've cherry-picked as to not spoil much in terms of The Last Jedi for myself. We now know that the question of who left Rey on Jakku will be answered in The Last Jedi, but this I feel is a certain misdirect. A lot of people are assuming we'll get all the answers to her lineage because of this, but I doubt it. Because we also heard that her lineage would be revealed in episode 9. This particular reveal, most likely whoever left her on Jakku is not the same as who her parents are. In The Force Awakens, Rey just says in the flashback, "Don't leave me," and all throughout the movie she says, "My family, they'll be back." She doesn't say parents. And so we can conclude that whoever left her on Jakku was family at most. And this is why I can say, with the utmost surety, that she is still connected to Kenobi. So we learn more about Benicio del Toro's character sort of being this collector version 2, wherein he's more of a sellsword who profits off of conflict and less of a master of the dark side, as I have and many others were hoping for, so Star Killer theories no more. But of course, we now have confirmation that the long-awaited Obi-Wan Kenobi film is in fact in development over at Disney. Why is this significant? It's because it comes off the heels of the revelation that we would learn who left Rey on Jakku. Why is that important? Because the timing is just right. We already know what the Han Solo film will be about, and that's in full swing, but alas, straight off the cusp of learning that Rey's origin would be developed and answered more in The Last Jedi, we get that the Kenobi film is finally in development. Perhaps this is just coincidental and I'm reading too much into it, but I implore you, this is a means to an end. We are getting the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie because we will need it. When December rolls around and we find out that some descendants of Kenobi left Rey on Jakku, we will start scratching our heads as to why and how. And this movie will answer all of that. Not to mention, it will finally reveal Obi-Wan's connection to Rey given the breadth of his relationship with her in The Force Awakens, despite having only just been introduced to us. Why is he calling out to her by name? How is she so good at the Force techniques? How did she best Kylo Ren, who obviously had more training? I did a video explaining this and y'all should check it out, and I'll put a link in the description, but the essential point is that Obi-Wan was guiding Rey the entire time. Ever since she touched the lightsaber and he called out to Rey, he had been a guiding voice in her head, and the coup de grace was when Kylo reminded Rey she needed a teacher to teach her the ways of the Force, and it was at that very moment that she remembered Obi-Wan, or just the voice in her head. She called out, and Obi-Wan's response was that of his advice to Luke: "Let go your conscious self and act on instinct." Why? Because she's had prior training before. She was trained under Luke. Why she doesn't immediately remember is another mystery, but She definitely knew some things given her adeptness with the mind trick. So now we have an Obi-Wan Kenobi film coming our way, and I can't wait. Let me know in the comments below what you think this will be about. Will it be Obi-Wan's 20 years on Tatooine? Will it be his Padawan days? Or will it be a retcon story about his love with Satine? Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you beautiful people next time. Bye.